Michael Adamson is a Toronto Maple Leafs superfan, and that is his house behind him, not just some kind of photo background. So, Mike, good to see you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Michael.
So obviously, Game 6, as we say, did not end the way that you wanted it to end. Did you think the Leafs would, at any point, would get forced into a Game 7?
Well, I got to tell you, as a Leaf fan who's seen this over and over and over, I can't say I'm shocked, but with the 3-1 lead, we really thought we'd have a chance to close this out sooner and move on without having to face this demon once again.
Do you think the Leafs are a bit cursed here?
I don't think so. I think that's a great storyline. A lot of people talk about it. Toronto fans tend to panic whenever there's adversity. But I think it's just a natural consequence of two great teams who are really motivated, who haven't had this rivalry reunited since '79, and it's going the distance, and it's been great goaltending both ends. I don't think it's a curse. I think it's just a consequence of playoff hockey, and it happens all the time.
Okay, so you're sounding confident right now. Does that mean that you really believe that Toronto will pull out a win here, or are you still maybe a little bit worried that once again the Leafs will miss their shot at a Stanley Cup?
I'm not as confident as I sound, but but I do know that this is a team that can do it. They've got a lot of talent. They've got some great leadership on the team they didn't have before. In some of the veteran guys, and they're a more defensive team, and they've been in all these games. There've been no blowouts, so I'm certainly more hopeful than I am confident.
Okay, well, fingers crossed for you. But obviously, you are a super fan. You're willing to put your belief for the world to see right now. So tell us a bit about your house and how long you've been doing this.
Sure, yeah. My wife and I have been doing this for about 20 years, although we haven't had 20 years worth of playoffs to enjoy it. But we add new things all the time, and I'll just take you on a quick little tour if you like.
Yeah, please.
I can show you the front yard. We have our scoreboard we kept up to date throughout the games in the series. We have our Leafs snowman.
Did that hurt when that scoreboard had the Habs ahead of the Leafs?
It always hurts whenever we're down, and it hurts whenever we lose, and people come by from both allegiances to honk and cheer and talk about it. But it is fun to do, and we have people that come by to see it. We have our snowman, which we really enjoy, and a shout out to my 4A boys who noticed the mask wasn't covering his nose when I first put it on because it was a big long carrot and didn't fit. But right away they identified that PPE issue. Anyway, we have our signs and our flags adorning the whole front of the house, all kinds of different memorabilia that really make the whole display a lot of fun. And we have a wide variety of things, including hope, which is something I think every Leaf fan really needs to have.
Across many generations at this point. Obviously,
Exactly.
Your wife is a super fan as well, because you do this, as you say, in tandem with her. But how do your neighbors feel about your house decorated like this during the playoffs?
It's a lot to look at for them, and so they're really supportive. We have reached out to all of them to let them know that we're aware it's a lot, but they've been really great to all of us. And the thing that makes them happy, and us as well, is the number of people that come by. There's been literally thousands of people getting their picture taken in front of our house, and the smiles on their faces and the joy that it brings them during a time that's not always so joyful makes us and our neighbors really happy. So we get a lot of support that way.
Yeah, I can imagine
Sure.
in a period of pandemic, this is putting a smile on many people's faces. I wonder, Mike, because, you're in Toronto. You know very well that people in Toronto, many obviously supporting the Leafs, but Toronto has its fair share of Habs fans as well. What do you think of Torontonians that root for the other side?
I think it's great. We've had lots of Habs fans come by in their jerseys to get their picture taken in front of the house and come in and have conversations. It's such an amazing rivalry that's sort of been on the back burner for so long because we haven't had playoff series with Montreal for so long. That it's really nice to see it renewed. And I think everybody should cheer for the people they want to cheer for. Some of my students are fans of other teams, but we all support each other when push comes to shove. So it's really nice to see that.
And as we say, you'll be rooting hard tonight. So I wonder what your message is right now to Leaf fans who may be wavering, who may not believe that the Leafs are going to pull it out of the hat.
I think my message to them would be, because I tend to be very positive and people say I'm crazy, but there's no point in being negative all day and worrying all day. Embrace the fact that we have a Game 7 to watch. They're going to win. It's their time to move on and enjoy the moment because you never know how long it's going to last for.
Yeah, well, anyone around your house will enjoy the moment with or without a win. But of course, fingers crossed for you and everybody else that is rooting for the Maple Leafs. So, Michael, thank you for this. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And that is Mike Adamson in Toronto.